Hello boys and girls, so today we are going to make our bear with the ugly sweater. So let's start drawing. First thing we're going to do is actually take our paper and have it up and down. This is called a portrait, when your paper is up and down. If it's turned side to side and it's longer this way, that's called a landscape. So we're going to keep it as a portrait because we are making a portrait of a bear. So I'm going to take it and I'm actually going to start to fold it in half. I'm going to line up the other side and I'm going to press down just a little bit. I'm not going to totally fold my paper, just a little bit so that I can see a little bit of a crease. That's going to help me draw my bear head. So I'm going to draw my bear head in the center of my paper. So along that crease that we just made, that guideline, we're going to draw a nice big circle as big as we can make it. If you make a mistake, my friends, you can erase. I'm going to kind of change mine a little bit. Great. From there, let's give them some ears. So we're going to create a circle on the outside here and a smaller one on the inside. Do the same for your other side. Now I'm going to find the center of my face, and that's where the start of my snout is going to be. So I'm going to find the center of my circle, and I'm going to start by drawing kind of like a shape of a pear. So it's going to come down, out and around, and this side's going to come down, out and around. Looks like a pear. I'm going to put an upside down triangle in the middle of my pear. That's for my nose. And I'm going to do a curve this way and a curve this way. Here's his nose. Now I'm going to have his eyes above the pear, but not all the way up here. We want to do two nice big eyes on either side. I'm going to put a smaller circle inside those. It'll look like a reflection. Now we're going to add his shoulders that are going to go all the way down to the bottom of his paper. So on the side here, outside of my head, I'm going to do a curve line that comes down. And from this side, I'm going to do a curve line that comes down. See how much of my paper I use? There's very little areas that I did not use. So I'm going to make the lines in his ugly sweater that I can fill with my patterns. So I'm going to start towards the top here and I'm going to do a curve down, go down a little bit, curve, and I got room for one more. So I did 3 lines. Now my friends, we're ready to outline. So grab your black marker, your black crayon, your black colored pencil, whatever you have to create an outline. An outline is when you trace over your pencil lines to make it look nice. So you're going to outline all of your lines. Nice. Now we're going to add some texture. The texture is how something feels. We're going to make it look like our bear is fuzzy. So I'm going to start by making little lines, and I'm going to start around the eyes, and I'm going to kind of go outward like a sun, like sun rays. I'm going to do that for both my eyes. We don't want them to be totally random, because if they're totally random, it won't look like the hair is growing in one direction. So from there, I'm going to kind of go towards the top of my head, trying to keep them in the same direction. Now he's starting to look a little fuzzy. Now this part I'm going to kind of have go around my snout. Have some on his ears too. Now we're ready to start adding our designs onto our ugly sweater. Now we're going to be using some patterns. Now you are more than welcome to create your own patterns, but I'm going to show you a few that you might want to add. If you don't and you want to create your own, that is fine too. So I'm going to start by drawing little triangles at the bottom. You can use your pencil for this if you'd like. Drawing little triangles along this line here, and I'm going to space them out a little bit. Now I'm going to make a bigger triangle on top of it, like this. Again, I'm actually going to make a big zigzag. Now I'm going to make triangles that go upside down that would kind of fit in those spots. Awesome. Now you can go ahead and color those however you'd like too. You don't have to do that right now, but that's how you're going to do it. You're going to color it in however you want. And the next one, I'm going to show you how to draw little pine trees, little Christmas trees. So I'm going to start with a point like that, like if you were to draw an arrow, and I'm going to make them into zigzags that come down. You kind of go out farther as you go down, because they're like a triangle, right? They're like lightning bolt lines that go out and out until they touch the bottom. Remember, you do not have to do these, and they might not turn out very well. If they don't turn out well and that's not how you want to do it, then that's fine. Practice makes perfect. That's the only way you're going to get better. I'm going to put a circle in between them so that I can create a pattern of tree, circle, tree, circle. Remember, it needs to repeat in order to make it a pattern. Next, I'm going to do a pattern of snowflakes. So I'm going to make like a big circle inside of this that goes from one end to the bottom. Like that, and I'm going to make a whole row of those circles. They kind of look like snowballs. So you can see the other side of it. Alright, so I'm going to create an X in the center here, like that, and then I'm going to draw a line through my X. you put little V's on the ends, it'll start to look like a snowflake. Try it again, an X with a line through it, and little V's. On the bottom, I'm just going to do curve lines to look like a candy cane, because part of that is cut off, which is fine. Kind of C shapes that I can color in like a candy cane in a candy cane pattern. And you are all done for today. Great job. Put this somewhere safe for next week and we're going to get coloring.